Hi, it's Kimberly, your self care coach. So glad to see you. Well, again, we're doing another series today on Live Well in a Sick World. And I've had so many friends recently asking me about detoxing and different green drinks and what I thought of it and things they've read. Is detoxing good? Is detoxing bad? What should we do? I decided that I needed to do a session on it. And we've talked about it before, but it really is a big deal. Right now, so many people are, we're getting our vegetables in and we're so excited about that. We're going to farmers markets. And I'll tell you, one of the things is if you're buying those vegetables from people who spray their crops, you are putting your body into contact with all kinds of harmful pesticides and heavy metals and things. So I thought I would really focus on the detox today and what it is and how it works and all of that. See, when we detox, it's the means of cleansing the blood of impurities. Well, that's what the liver is all about. There are other organs too. You've probably heard me say before, the mother is the liver of the family. She is the one who's always trying to get rid of anything that's negative. Well, in the body, it is the liver. And it eliminates toxins, and it has help from the kidneys and the intestine, the lungs, the lymphatic system, and the skin. So all of those play a part, but the liver is the one who takes on the lion's share of the work. Now, you might say, well, then my body's going to be detoxified, right? Because my liver's there, and if I'm not in liver failure, it's working. Well, the answer is yes, and the answer is no. Think about any type of filter. If that filter gets clogged up, I always think of the one that's in the shower. Ever go into your shower and it's just not draining too well, and it's because a whole lot of hair is clogged up in there? Well, you know what? Your liver can be just like that. We take in all kinds of toxins, and we take in too many, it slows our liver down. So what do we need to detoxify with? Because I've heard people say, well, I need to buy this or I need to buy that, and is there some kind of medicine? Well, you know what? I like what Hippocrates said. Hippocrates said, let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. So what if you could eat your way to a less toxic life? And we're going to talk about that today. Now, you might be saying, well, just like one more thing to do if this is working on your body. Well, I always like to compare our bodies to the car. And remember, you might have had 5 to 30 cars in your life, but you're going to have one body. But when you go to get your oil changed, they take out the old oil and they put in new. You have your transmission flushed and they put in new fluid. You flush your radiator. So when we talk about doing a detox on your body, it only makes sense. Remember, you're going to have, somewhere between 5 and 30 cars probably, but you're only going to have one body. So a detox is kind of like maintenance for the body. So, what are the toxins we're talking about? Well, pollutants, synthetic chemicals, heavy metals, processed foods. And the most dangerous place are those low-grade toxins that put in residue, and they're the ones that come off of our food, the ones I was just talking to you about. I really love Dr. Mark Hyman, and he actually has a blood sugar solution, a 10-day detox diet. And he says what he's working on that is to help us keep from being sick. And because all of these toxins are impeding normal metabolism, and they create bluffiness and puffiness. And I'm going to talk to you today about sugar, because sugar is also something that you really want to work on detoxing. So you're probably sitting there thinking, well, Kimball, what can I eat? What is good? Well, I'll tell you some of the foods that are really important to have in your diet on an ongoing basis when you are trying to think about flushing the toxins. One are the fats and the oils, and you want lots of good oils. Coconut oil, it's a miracle. I've talked to you. In fact, there's a great book, The Coconut Oil Miracle. That's a great book. Also, olive oil. These are oils that will help your body go through the metabolic processes it needs to detox. Nuts and seeds are great for you. That's almonds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, flax seeds. All of these are healthy, and they are high in fiber, and they help your body naturally detox. Now, here's one I'll bet you wouldn't guess. Kimball's always talking about protein and how important it is. Well, proteins are crucial for two major detoxification pathways inside the liver. There's a phase 1 and the phase 2 detoxification pathways. And one of the things, this is very interesting, there's two foods that are really helpful in that. One is organic grass fed beef. Now, you're probably surprised because we always think that beef is bad, but it does have a role in this. Or wild caught seafood. And I've told you over and over again, never ever eat any seafood that is farm raised. It does not have the nutritional value. So those two are things that really help with the regular detoxification in your liver. Now, legumes are important. Beans, lentils. They're great. They're soluble fiber. They're a great source of different amino acids, and they are helpful at your detoxing. Fruits that contain a wide variety of phytonutrients and beta carotene, leucogen, all of this, they are great. And again, it's because they have all these antioxidants. Vegetables, and you want the non-starchy vegetables. We're not talking potatoes here. You know what I say, if it's white, it ain't right. You want lots of cruciferous vegetables, and we'll talk about those in a few minutes. Now, if you feel like that you can't get organic, then you want to look back at those lists that I talked about before, the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. And as you recall, they've added some to those. But you want to look and be sure that you're at least spending your money on either vegetables that are not sprayed, and you can get those from your local farmer. And I'm huge about buying from the local farmers because, and if you buy directly from the farmer, you don't have to pay sales tax. The other option is to get the organic. And again, I've talked about this before. There are certain things that they can push through on the organic, but those are your two things. Now, so what is it in the foods that are good for you? Well, you want to eat a lot of sulfur containing foods. Foods like onions and broccoli and garlic. And they enhance the extraction of heavy metals. Now, here's a little hint. When you cut open an onion, don't ever put it in your refrigerator. It's a great detoxifier. If there's anything in there, it'll pull it out, just like baking soda does. So then when you eat it, you take in all of that in. It also will stink up your refrigerator, but you do not want to have that onion in there because it is a great detoxifier. You want to have chlorella in your diet. Chlorella is great at eliminating toxins like heavy metals, and that's been shown again and again in animal studies. Cilantro. Add cilantro into your diet. I love cilantro. Unfortunately, my husband doesn't. Certain people, when they eat cilantro, have the taste of mold in their mouth. He's one of those people. But there are lots of different drinks and things that we get cilantro in that he really loves. And cilantro is really great, again, at the heavy metals like lead. It also can help get out phthalates and insecticides. So if you are buying those vegetables at the local produce stand and you don't know if it's been sprayed or it's not organic, then having that can help combat the toxins that you take in. Eggs are great. You also want to use natural cleaning products, and there are a lot of those out there that I really like. Melaleuca has great products. Shaklee has great products. But you want to do the natural things, and you want to choose natural body care if you want to be detoxified too. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't think about. But your skin is one of your largest organs, and everything that you put on there is going to affect you. And Cleopatra died because of her makeup, heavy metal poisoning. So this isn't a new problem, but it's one that we can do something with. So here are some ideas in just changing your diet. Now, I've probably talked about that a moderate consumption of alcohol can be helpful for de-stressing and all of that. But your liver does 90% of that detoxing. So you want to take some time, if say you do, for a woman, a moderate is 1 drink a day. For a man, it is 2 drinks a day. But you want to spend some time that you don't do that. Maybe you give that up and you do a week detox. Just some time to kind of rest that liver and let it be taking care of itself. Sleep is a huge piece of detoxing. And you're going to be thinking, well, that's not about something I eat. How does that work? Well, when you're sleeping, that's when your brain reorganizes, recharges itself, and it removes toxic products. Now, one of those toxic products is a protein called beta amyloids. And beta amyloids control the development of Alzheimer's. And what we know is that people that aren't getting enough sleep tend to have more of that. So you want to sleep. And again, think about your sleep as a part of your detox. People who don't sleep well have stress, anxiety, have blood pressure, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. It's pretty bad. So again, I've talked about this before. You want 7 to 9 hours a night. Now 3, drink more water. Well, how would it be to listen to Kimball that she didn't tell you need to have water? So what is the water doing? It's regulating your body temperature. It lubricates your joints. It aids your digestion, and you need it to absorb your nutrient, and it detoxifies your body by removing the waste products. If you are not hydrated, you've got no way to get rid of these things. If you're eating foods that detoxifies and the toxins are stuck in your muscles, when it comes back in to the body as they're being pulled out, it doesn't have the water to escape your body with. So you want to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water a day, and you will feel so much better. But it's key to detoxing. Don't do any type of detox unless you're going to be drinking that amount of water or more, because you've got to have a way to get rid of it. You want to do a sugar and processed food detox. High intake of sugar and processed foods is totally correlated with obesity, with heart disease, with diabetes, with all the different chronic diseases. You don't know what you're getting in processed foods, but you're not getting a lot of nutrients. You're getting a lot of fillers. You're getting a ton of corn. You're getting a ton of soy. All of these things, and you don't know how they work. How were they handled? So, if you're really serious about detoxing, if you're going to do this, say a week of detox, I would be happy to help you plan a detox, in fact, and I'll tell you more about that at the end. But think about cutting these things out. What you're going to find out is that when you start and do one of these detoxes, maybe you did one a quarter, you will find out how much better you feel. Now, antioxidants are key in detoxing as well. And we've talked about the antioxidants bind with the free radicals and they take away the bad things. When our cells are dying or damaged, they create these free radicals. And what are things, lifestyle choices that we make that add to the free radicals? Well, alcohol intake, tobacco smoke, poor diet, exposure to pollutants, those produce a lot of free radicals. And what are the free radicals linked to? Dementia, heart disease, liver disease, cancer, and also obesity. So you want to have a lot of antioxidants in your diet, because what will they give you? They'll give you vitamin A, they'll give you vitamin C, E, selenium, lycopene, leucoten. All of these things are great. They are there to help your cells repair. Berries, fruits, nuts, cocoa, I love that one, vegetables, spices, beverages like coffee and green tea have some of the highest amounts of antioxidants. So making your diet rich in these. Detox does not always have to mean that you're not eating. In fact, you're detoxing every single day. So when you're not on that special detox, you want to be eating so that your body is working like a well-tuned automobile and it is detoxing on its own. Now, your gut health, all of your health is controlled by your gut health. And you want to eat a lot of prebiotics and probiotics, because good health, the Asians have known this forever, starts with the guts. And you want to be eating foods that have prebiotics. And most of these are high in fiber. They're good bacteria that feed the probiotics. And from those, if you don't get enough, then the good and the bad bacteria in your gut gets off balance. And when that happens, then your immune system goes down. We're still in this pandemic. Having a healthy immune system is essential. And when it's out of balance in your gut, what causes it? Well, it could be that you're on antibiotics. It could be that you don't have good dental hygiene, the quality of your diet. And if you're eating lots of prepared foods, then your diet is off and you're not going to have what you need. And you need your immune system. What else happens? When that gets off balance, inflammation tends to breed in your body. And we've talked about that before. Inflammation is the root of all illness. Now, something else you want in detoxing is you don't want to eat any white salt. You want to eat mineral salt. The more color it has, the more minerals it has. I particularly like salt that comes from Hawaii that is a lava salt. And it has the most minerals of any salt that there is on the planet. It's just a finishing salt. Now, when I cook, I tend to use real salt that comes out of Utah because it's mined there, and I know that that's safe. I'm not really sure about the salt that comes from our oceans now because that salt has had lots of plastics in it, and that's not a good idea. So you want to think about how do you get these foods into your diet. Now, a lot of people like on a daily basis just to do some type of detoxifying drink. And there's a great lemonade cleanse that I'd be happy to give you the recipe for. And then people talk about the green detox drinks. Well, I'll tell you that my favorite green detox drink is through the Kinzen Jade Barley Green Zymes. And I use this every single day. You can mix it in water. You can take it in your mouth. We've even got a capsule form. But this has all the amino acids that your body can't make for itself. It is a great detoxifier. In fact, the gentleman that created the process that we used it to detoxify himself from heavy metals. So if you're looking for something that's great detoxifier, this is one. Now, I talked to you about the protein. I've talked to you about Niken's protein shake before, and it's great. And it has chlorella and cilantro in it, and it's got the proteins that you need. So every day when I have my shake, that's a way that I detox. We talked about tea. Niken has a great product in our Kinzen matcha tea. This is the highest grade of matcha tea that's available and a wonderful detoxifier. So I have a couple of cups of this a day, and I know I'm taking care of myself. I also have something here new, our Super Ciaga, which is an antioxidant drink. And there's no sugar in this, but it's really sweet. And I'll tell you, I love to put it in with my green tea and double my benefits. The other thing that if you're worried about your liver and detoxifying with it, I have something called Cleanse Detox. And it's great for cleansing your liver. And next week, I'm going to share some things about how to get your kids to detox. Because let's just think about all the things that they are eating. So detoxing is something you want to have your diet working all week the way it should be. But then probably once a quarter, I suggest that you do a detox. And I'd be happy to help you plan one of those. All you need to do is find me on Wellness Solutions Today. That's my Facebook page. Message me, and I'll be happy to set up a plan with you. You can also visit my website just to check out what I do. And that is https://www.wellnesssolutionstoday.com. I want you to live well in this sick world because we can do it and we can all help each other do it. You know what? We are all in this together and we are going to come out of this. Have a great Thursday and I'll see you next week.